Hey guys, and welcome to Per Aspera, yet another Mars terraforming / colonizing game. But this one's got a bit of a twist, as you will see once we get into the game. Let's dive straight in and I'll talk about it as we go. So there are two modes. There's a campaign mode and there is a sandbox mode. We're going to play through the campaign because the campaign kind of guides you through the process and has some very cool story to it. And I tell you what, I think it's the story that's going to hook people on this game. And you'll see. In the story mode, you play the role of an advanced AI. And it's an advanced AI that's actually got like a personality and a character that develops. I've only played like a couple of minutes of this game and I was just hooked. And because it's the story, I wanted to experience that with you. So I immediately jumped out and I was like, right, let's just play this kind of blind, because I think this is so engaging. Has got a few problems though. We'll talk about that more when we get in. So we're playing the role of an advanced AI with the directive of terraforming Mars. But life isn't just about being smart. It's also about those you form a bond with and how your decisions bring you closer or drive you away from them. Follow your own path and discover what awaits you at the end of this thrilling story. We'll play on normal. The game developers seem to be very proud of the bunch of actors they've assembled to do all the voiceovers. All right, so wake up. Now, I the first time in, I sat here going, when's this going to load? Because I thought this was just part of the time. But no, you actually have to click this. So here you go, right? So these are the folks that they've rounded up. Now, apparently, some of these people are very well known. Troy and Phil Lamar, and I've never blummin' heard of them. I'll tell you that. I've never heard of any of them at all. Like if you told me what they were in or something, I might recognize them, but no. The other thing, when I first saw the game and saw some like screenshots and whatever, this stylistic representation of Mars and whatever, I wasn't all that keen on, I have to say. And then within like literally the 2 minutes that I played the game, I started to like this game, like the look of the game a lot. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think. Right, we've got an incoming call from Nathan Foster.
Amy, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth. Are you with us? Do you copy?
Affirmative, Houston. I am with you.
Great. The primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone. It's your turn to take control of the mission. Check the left edge of your display. You'll find your directives there. Follow them to set up the initial base on Mars' surface. I'll give you some time to settle in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out.
Very cool. Okay, let me talk about like a couple of the problems that you have, or a couple of problems that I have, and I think a lot of other people will have with this game, which is why I'm going to forecast that even though I think this is going to be a really great game, I think when this actually goes to full release on Steam, this is the full release of the game, by the way, that I'm playing, that I think the reviews are going to be a little bit mixed because there are some problems. For example, like you mouse over, now it doesn't tell you anything, right? You mouse over things, there's no tooltips, right?
The view of Mars from up here is fascinating. The landscape is so cratered and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them. What an interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars?
Inspiring.
This planet is so resilient. It inspires great things.
Now, like I'm already hooked on Amy the AI. The emergence of the AI, the emergence of the consciousness and the self-awareness, I think is awesome, and I can't wait to kind of get into the rest of the story. I think it's going to be awesome. But like I said, so like the lack of tooltips is one issue. The other thing is that following these directives can lead you into some dead ends. So, okay, build an aluminium mine. Well, that one seems pretty straightforward. Like, it would be kind of, I mean, where's the help? There isn't any. Now, well, there kind of is. Like, when you figure out, now, I suppose it's got an exclamation mark there, which is, I guess, telling you to click on this. You do have this knowledge base. It gives you a bunch of information about the organizations and Amy and various humans, who he is and whatever. Your resources, primary resources, and this gets filled in as the more you go through the game, the more this gets filled in. So it tells you some stuff about it, how it's produced. It requires an aluminium vein. So I guess you've got to know to go and read this, right? Unless you because otherwise it's just figure out that that's an aluminium vein down there, right? So okay, so building a mine, right, that goes on there. Now again, right? No tooltips on here, so you've got to know what those are. Now, okay, yeah, I can go down here, and these actually have tooltips, but I want to be, seriously, in this day, and none of these have got tooltips. So, and that isn't down on this list, so I've no idea what the hell that is. That's the input, so I'm assuming that that's aluminium ore, and then it outputs aluminium. Right now, this one's pretty obvious, but some of the others really aren't obvious. So, go on, let's plot that in. Now, I love this. I love the way you get the representation of the AI figuring out what path it's going to take. I do like that a lot. Another thing that I like a lot is the fact that you can speed the game up. What do you think? 2 times, 4 times? Maybe 6 times? No. You can speed this game up to 16 times speed. Boom. So you can get stuff done very quickly, so you haven't got to hang around. All right, cool. We get, having completed that, and if you now mouse over down here, we can see that our current production is now 0.3 per month. And that's going to go up as this goes on. You can see this ring filling up. And our aluminium's going up. It's now 0.5 a month. And as more comes in, that'll keep going up. Over here, we've now unlocked silicon, glass. We've got steel and electronics over there. So build a silicon mine. All right, fine. We want another mine. Silicon mine. Right, well, where's silicon? Oh, I'm guessing that that's silicon up there. Now, this is too far away. So that's going to be a problem. Potentially. So if I put that in, it won't do the roads. Which is definitely an issue. Now, I think we can get around this. If I put the glass kiln factory in and kind of fill in between, then hopefully. Now I want this. I guess I want this fairly close to this because this is going to be supplying to this factory. So maybe put them pretty close together. What do you think? Try and get that line straight. Boom. Okay, cool. So fortunately, I don't need anything that this produces in order to be able to build this, because this just needs 3 aluminium and 3 steel. And we've got a little rover down here, which is taking the stuff backwards and forwards, and then this gets built. We're running on ×4 speed at the moment. Cool, that gets built. Bingo. Alright, sweet. Now, see, now it's going to be our range has been extended so that we can actually get out and build this. Okay, good. I'm kind okay, we can't see them yet. I got as far as the next directive when I started playing through, and the next directive was where I ran into real issues. Here we go. So build a solar farm. Now that one's pretty straightforward, but again, I would like a bit of help here. Now let's have a look. What is resources? No. So energy isn't classed as a resource, I guess. Structures. Here we go. Power. Solar farm. You need 2 aluminium, 2 electronics, and 3 glass to build it. But it doesn't explain anything about, if I bring this up, what are these white areas? Now, obviously, if I move this so that the white areas don't overlap, it tells me I'm too far away. So I'm assuming that's out of range for roads. But as you can see, if I move this out to the edge, you can see that yellow line connecting. So I'm assuming that in order to connect to the power network, those lines need to be crossing. But this is all assumption because there's nothing that actually explains this stuff. So for now, I'm kind of sort of guessing that we should put this. Now look down there. We've got that's a carbon resource. Now we also need iron. Okay, the iron is up there. Right, so we've got to build a steel factory. So I think I'm actually going to put now, and there's a reason for this. I think I'm probably going to put this, say, there. Yeah, I'm going to put that there, and we'll let that get built. How are we doing for power? Okay, so we're producing around 20 energy, and we're consuming 15 of it. So the steel factory, does it tell me how much that's going to consume? That's going to consume another 5. So we could get that going. But what this just says, build a steel factory. And I can imagine a lot of people at this point, like just putting a steel factory down. There's one problem. Now, okay, here's another problem. When you try to mouse over this, sometimes it just disappears. And sometimes it will stay there. Okay, now I can't get it to stay there. Stay. Because see what I mean? Okay, here we go. Look, I need iron in order to build this. So I need to build an iron mine, right? Now, the iron mine is up there. Now, fortunately, I've been sensible enough to put this this solar panel thing up here to extend the range so that I can actually connect to this. If I hadn't done that, if I'd have built that down here, and then I put this in there, it's too far away from the road network.
Copy. Reading you loud and clear.
And I would have been screwed.
I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
Well, it did tell us before we started the game that our prime directive is to terraform Mars, but I'm going to say I don't know.
I am afraid that I cannot.
That's okay. Your system may need more time to initialize. In the meantime, you can always refer to the mission guidelines printed in the upper left corner of your display there. You'll also have a built-in knowledge base. You can always access your operational directives there. All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base. So your workers may not have the battery capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
I don't know. But let's suggest building worker hubs. It's a complete guess. I mean, how would we know?
Building worker hubs between the resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond anything previously achieved. But you are not just any AI system. You're well beyond that. We made you an artificial consciousness. That means you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
No idea.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Running that question through my cognitive system did not return an answer.
Roger that. Nothing to worry about. Just means your system requires more input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Okay, so that has filled in that missing piece of information. Now, okay, so worker hubs. So we could put in worker hubs to extend our range to allow us to get to things. But that information comes a little bit too late. It would have been nice to get that a little bit earlier before you get the directive to actually do this. Anyway, right, moving along. So I've put in an iron mine, and I've put in a carbon mine. Are we getting iron coming in? Yes, we've got plenty of iron coming in. So now we can get on with building a steel factory. Now, we want this ideally to be kind of halfway between the iron and the carbon. So I'm thinking maybe putting it kind of somewhere sort of over here-ish. Oh, I kind of like it like like layout wise, if you want to make it kind of pretty and laid out, yeah, you're going to struggle because of all the craters and the restrictions on where you can build stuff. But I kind of don't mind that for some reason. I don't know why. The worker factory is available. Congratulations, more workers can be produced in these new factories. Check the building menu to initiate the process. And remember, in the event that your worker factories are not producing as many workers as expected, check the following conditions. The factory has the resources needed to make more workers. Prioritize the production of this building to be sure it does. Your base has enough vacant worker hubs to host more workers. In case all of them are occupied, build new ones. Keep it up with the plan and terraform Mars. Okay, so I think I understand what that means. So
Great. Now I can produce steel.
It would be kind of nice if it, like, I'm assuming that
it's down
like,
on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end and my artificial consciousness begin?
So what we decide for Amy, what she thinks, they're the same. I mean, if you're like, it's like saying that you control your hand or your fingers. They're the same.
We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface. So that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Quite right. And I wonder whether these decisions are going to lead to, like, if Amy thinks that the workers, whether they're machine or human, are part of the entire system and therefore part of her, maybe she'll be nicer to the humans. We don't want a whole Terminator thing going on, do we? All right. So, yeah, I was saying, like, the worker hubs, I would kind of like a little bit more explanation. I suppose I can go to here and look at structures. It's not factories, is it? Oh, it's core, isn't it? Worker hub. So a worker hub extends your reach to the planet. Worker drones can dock and recharge here. Okay. So how do I know whether... Okay, so I've got one worker and I've got one hub. All right, so that's how I know. So let's do... Should we put in another worker hub? So what do I need then? See, this time the blooming thing stayed up. Oh, and this... And now, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So we need aluminium, steel, and electronics. Okay, I've only got 3 electronics. Build a worker factory. Well, I guess we need to do that first. See, I do worry that because it didn't tell me that I needed to build the mines, it's now telling me to build a worker factory. That is going to take 3 electronics, 3 parts. I don't have any parts. So I'm assuming now, having already had one attempt at this where I just ran into a brick wall, that I'm going to have to build the other stuff first. See, I think it should guide you a little bit better than this. But hey, you know, this is I think this is potentially a great game. But I don't know. Did you say that it's not a very good tutorial, or? So now that needs 15 power as well. So I'm assuming we need to do all the things we need to do in order to get that going. I think the directive should give you a bit more information. Right, let's get on with it. We've got plenty of some things, and we're a bit short of others. So a parts factory we definitely want. I'm thinking we want another worker hub as well, because at the moment we've only got one of these guys running around to do everything. So now worker hubs. Where do worker hubs go? Okay, so I can put worker hubs anywhere basically. I'm thinking, yeah, actually, so do I want to put one kind of out in this sort of area for this to do stuff over here, and put another one up here for this kind of stuff up here? We need 2 aluminium, 2 steel, 1 carbon. So I've got enough to do that. Go on, I'm going to do it. So let's put you over there. Oh, and it builds in all the road network and everything. Nice. So worker hub. It's going to get that built. Cool. We've got all the stuff. So all that we need to do now is actually build it. Okay, now what's that going to do? So I've currently got... I'm producing 45 power. So I'm now consuming 32 of that. So I've got 13.9 left. Okay, good. So I've got the worker hub. Now I need to produce the workers. I wonder if it would have told me to build the worker hubs after I've built the worker factory. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. What do I need then? Factories. Well, I need a parts factory because I can't build the worker factory without it. And I need an electronics factory. Now, stay up. Okay, so I need 3 aluminium and 3 steel. Well, I've got plenty of that, so let's get an electronics factory going. Ooh, big building. So let's see. I've got my aluminium. Let's see. I've got that's my glass kiln. That's a steel factory. That's the aluminium mine. So I guess I don't need an aluminium factory because it's not combining anything. So that just produces aluminium. So I want it in between the steel factory and the aluminium mine, don't I? Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. We want electronics factory. Let's try and use the space as efficiently as possible, I guess, because it looks like I feel like I'm running out of space very quickly. So we'll have the electronics factory going on, and that's getting built. Good. So now we've got an electronics factory. Then we're going to need the parts factory. We're building the worker factory, aren't we? So we need aluminium. We need electronics, which we're now producing, and we need. Oh God, and we need parts. So let's get a parts factory. So to build, stay up, for heaven's sake. Seriously, like. Thank you. Aluminium 3, electronics 3, steel 3. Okay, we've got all those things. So parts factory. Now, I should have checked power as well, shouldn't I? Because we're down to 8.3. Let's see. Let's hope it's like 5. No, it's 10. Good job, I checked. So that means I've got to put in another solar plant. See, this is a lot for you to figure out. It's like just build a worker factory. Like if you'd just thrown a worker factory in. No. Now, where are we going to put this? I'm wondering if we use this to kind of like extend our range into new areas. So maybe put it kind of sort of down here-ish. That's the other thing. Like you can't see that like where there are going to be new resources and things that you might want to be wanting to head towards. So like, wow, what the hell? Let's just put it down here. We'll figure it out as we go along, I suppose. Boom, in you go. I do like those. I do like those road things. That's very cool. It's a good feature. So this is like a mix of like really good features and just, I don't know, it feels a little bit kind of unfinished. Oh well, here's what it is. So we're bringing this stuff down to get the solar farm built, and that's now getting built. Boom. Right, we've got a solar farm. So now we've got the power. We can build a what was I doing? A parts factory, wasn't it? Yeah. Now the parts factory is going to take steel and aluminium. So we want it kind of again in this kind of area. So maybe just pop it on the other side of this. Let's pop you in there. Oh my God, it's all getting very crowded. Okay, parts factory. We need one more electronics, which we do have. We just need it brought over here. Oi, droney. Ah, that poor drone. Now, if I up the priority, does that mean you're going to bring it? Oh no, I've only got 2 electronics in actual fact. So we need another electronics produced. Now, to get another electronics produced, we need silicon. Yeah, we need silicon. Well, we've got 1 silicon. You're going to bring the silicon up here, and no, apparently not. What about if I prioritise the production here? Aha! Now it's producing. There we go. Okay, so We're almost there. And bingo. Right, so now we've got the 3. Now that can get built. All right. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I mean, I do like kind of having to figure this kind of stuff out, but the game started in a kind of, in almost an Anno-style tutorial of like, build this building here, build this building here, build this building here. And then suddenly it's like, build this building. Oh, by the way, we're not telling you that you've got to build a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, okay, fine. Right, so. Right, so now we've got the parts factory going. That leaves us with 26 power, which is good. So this is yeah, that's all good. So we have got to produce 6. How many parts do we need for this? I didn't even look. Factories, worker factory. We need 3 parts for this. So I've already got this prioritized, haven't I? Yeah. Right. Churn out the parts. Where's parts? There, 4. Oh, we've got 4. So we can do this. Right, well, the worker factory. Where should we put this? Now, do I use the opportunity to kind of extend our range, maybe? I'm going to say it might be an idea. On the basis that we might have to extend out to get other materials and stuff, resources. I'm thinking maybe we do that. So maybe you just pop this kind of out here somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. There. Now, obviously, extending it like that does mean that our drones have got further to go, but hey, that is what that is. We've got a worker hub there. I can put another like worker over here, maybe. But this poor guy has got to cover this entire place. He must be. Well, it's a good job he's not self-aware, because if he was self-aware, he'd be very upset. He'd be like, why am I knobby no mates? Why am I all on my own having to do all this work? Poor guy. Alright, so let's see. What do we need? We've got... Okay, we need 1 more aluminium. And then this can be built. Well done, Nobby, though. We're going to call him Nobby. Nobby the drone. So Nobby has now built the worker factory. Hooray!
I can build additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands.
And there was much rejoicing.
Do I really need them?
Yes. Yes, you do. They will give the mission a boost. They will give my functionality a boost. They will give them... Well, no, we'll stay on the directive of the mission. It will be a great
boost for the mission.
Yes.
Having more workers will allow me to allocate resources more efficiently.
Indeed. Alright, so we need input. And those inputs are aluminium, glass, electronics, and parts. Well, we've got all of those things. Bring me electronics. Oi, Nobby, where are you? Bring in electronics over here. Let's see, electronics factory has just produced. There we go. So now... Yeah, here we go. We are producing. I'm going to crank this up. Produce me one. Now, I'm assuming that this will only produce up to the level of worker hubs over here. That's my assumption. You know what? Let's see. I mean, that would be... It's a fair assumption, wouldn't you say?
The worker factories will be so helpful. The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems. Soon, I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it?
Anxiety? Excitement? Excitement! I think we'll go with excitement. Let's try and make Amy positive.
I believe this is... excitement. Can it be? I am excited for the future.
Yes, Amy, it is.
I plan. Therefore, I feel fascinating.
Awesome sauce.
The first worker has been made in the worker factory. It is my first Marsborn.
Which is almost an anagram of Barsoom. Interestingly enough, the first of many, the first of many.
My workers will spread across the planet.
Oh, global domination.
The knowledge base says that workers need to recharge at their own worker hubs, and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment. I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
Good. Let's bang a worker hub in over there, and I'm going to bang... Now, let's see. We need 5 power for each one of these, don't we? So, is it 5 power? No, 2. Oh, it's only 2 power. It's not a big deal. I think I want another one. Like, maybe up in this kind of area. You know what? I might use it to expand a little bit. Let's put you out there. Should we put you out there? Yeah, let's put you out there. There we go. Right. So, Nobby's got 2 friends now. Hooray! Right, now, they're asking us to build a maintenance facility. I wonder how many million steps there are to get to building a maintenance facility. I guess we'll see. So, is this core? Yes. 20 power for starters. So, the first thing we need is more power. Solar farm. Where are we going to put this solar farm? Maybe I'll create a little solar farm going on down here. Yeah, let's see. So, let's put it quite close together. So, hang on a second. Where was that? Was there differences to how much it'll produce based on like where you put it and stuff? It doesn't tell you until you put it down by the look of it. So I guess no, it doesn't make any blooming difference whatsoever. What's this +5 over here? Oh, hang on a second. Nah, it's +34 plus. Seriously, is that telling me like? I have no idea. No idea what the hell that's telling me. Anyway, so we've got this solar farm going. So we're up 30 power again. So that's good news. What else do we have? Maintenance facility. Maintenance facility. Oh, please don't. Okay, so I need polymers. Yeah, we've got 6 million steps to get to this. So how the hell do I get polymers? To go to factories. Polymer Factory. Now, thank you. We need chemicals and we need carbon. Okay, carbon we've got. How the hell do you get chemicals? Oh, chemical plant. Extracts chemicals from mineral deposits. Okay, where have we got any? We've got mineral deposits over here. We got any more? Nope, it's just the one by the look of it. So let's get that banged in over there. So now we're producing. I've kind of got to wait. I mean, is it going to produce chemicals or is it going to produce polymers? I'm assuming that the input is going to be chemicals and the output is going to be polymers. We need 2 steel, which we're waiting on at the moment. Let's crank things up a little bit. I should up that, and I should take the priority off the parts factory. There we go. So, come on, we need 2 steel. Oi, Nobby and your mates. Get producing steel. So I have prioritised the building of this. So, where's the steel factory? That's the electronics. Okay, that's the aluminium. The steel factory's up here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah, it's churning out steel fairly quickly. So, all right, there we go, and that gets built. Awesome. Let's drop down to 8 times speed again. So now, this is not operative. Why? I don't know. So we've got input. Yeah, so it's input. No, this is producing chemicals. Now, why are you not operative? Because apparently it's out. Okay, so we need to look at the power. Is there a power overlay or something? Okay, hang on a second. Let's try power. Solar farm. Aha! Okay, well that explains that then. Alrighty. So in that case, let's put one of these. Let's extend things out in this direction, I guess. How about kind of sort of there-ish? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, go. So we need three glass, 2 cut. No. 2 aluminium, 2 carbon, and 3 glass. So we've got the 3 glass. I'm already thinking, need more drones. That's Worker Hub 2, and that's got built. Hooray! So now we can get a 3rd drone going. I didn't realise that hadn't got built yet. So, yeah, that'll speed things up a little bit. Here comes some more power, which is no bad thing, I suppose. Boom! There we go. We've got 50 power. Woohoo! Right, and now this is working, and this is going to bring in chemicals. Okay, so now I've got to turn the chemicals into polymers. So, like, ideally, We want this close by. Where should I put it? Oh, hang on a second. It needs chemicals and something else, and carbon. Oh, okay, that's pretty darn. So that's carbon there. That's pretty perfect. These elements, they are random. I can tell you from having started the game twice. They do pop up in different places. So every game's going to be unique, I guess. Polymer Factory. Polymer Factory can go in right about there. Cha-ching. All right, cool. Let's prioritize getting that built. We'll crank it up to times 16. Right, so that's our Polymer Factory. So then we're going to be producing polymers. So now let's go to factory, not factories, it was core, wasn't it? Maintenance facility. Builds maintenance drones and sends them to repair damaged buildings. Okay, so it's a different type of drone. So let's have a look. I guess machines is what we want to look at. Profiles, machines. Apparently not. So it doesn't explain to me about the different types of drones. Maybe subsequently it will. Okay. Whatever. Here we go. So, Polymer Factory is complete. It's working. That's going to start producing. So, the maintenance facility. I suppose we want this relatively Oh, stay up. Thank you. Aluminium, we've got steel, we've got electronics, and we will have polymers. The input is polymers and electronics. So, we want this near to the polymers and the electronics. So, between those two would be a good place for this. So, somewhere, I don't know, maybe kind of sort of in here-ish. About there-ish. That'll do for me. That'll do for me. Alright. We're on time 16. So we're only waiting on 3 steel. We've got 2. There's 1. Come on, drones. The poor drones. I'm pretty sure we need more drone hubs to handle everything that's going on now. It would be... I wonder, is there any information about like how they're doing in terms of like handling all the jobs that they've got to do? I don't know. I'm going to say this game definitely intriguing. Very, very interesting. I'm loving the whole Amy story. I want to hear more about that. We're still waiting on 2 steel. Shall I prioritize this? We've got 1 steel that can be delivered. We need another one. Where's our steel factory? Yeah, that's our parts factory. Steel factory's up here, isn't it? Here we go. Needs input. We've got... Okay, now why isn't that produced? Needs input. Oh, because it needs... Yeah, it needs 2 of whatever the hell that is. 2 iron. Okay, so now it's going to produce the one that we need. That should get shipped over here. Come on. Somebody bring it. We've definitely... There it is. And it gets built. Right, I'm going to slow it right down. And we get our next directive. My God. I wonder what that's going to take. Well, I don't know, guys. We've... well... Ooh. Now, there are impacts that we have to watch out for. But that's going to come later. You know what? I'm going to pause it there, guys. Because... you can, by the way, I suppose I should like go all over the map and everything, and there's all kinds of things to find on the map, like there's the Perseverance rover over there. It's all kinds of stuff, and this is accurate, based on data supplied by NASA. Apparently, that's what I'm told. So yeah. I've got to say, I think this has huge potential. I think there are some things that they could do to just polish it up a little bit. But I got to say, I'm loving it. I love the whole Amy story. I just want to build more, find out more. I hope you do too. And if you do, maybe hit the like button, leave me a comment and let me know that you want more of this stuff. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.